Welcome to East Coast LQ Reviews. Today, we're going to be doing another examination. We got a good panel here today. We got Mutton Man Chew from Bumpy Road Brews, Chatty-O from the Mile High Club, guy with raised eyebrow, Thomas Hill 75, reviews, and Einstein the Beer Man. If you have a nip, you're gonna just shoot the nip right out of the mask. All right, so it is Halloween themed, as you can tell. So in celebration of Halloween, today we're gonna be examination. We're gonna be examination. I'm doing pretty good.
Examining the Devil's Cup by Jim Beam.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing what Eric said. So we got 6 categories. First category we're gonna go over is the aesthetics.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna go over the NOS. Then we're gonna check out the flavor, and the mouthfeel, the finish, and then the valley. All right. We got 100 points total. All right.
Yep.
So, let's crack this open. Actually, let's talk about prices. We usually go over prices. Cheers, Ryan.
Hello.
Hey,
What did everybody pay for what they purchased? I have a $7.50. I actually got this for a pretty good deal. I saw it at one store for $25, and then at the store that I bought it at. So Yankee Spirits had it for $25. I paid $23 down the street for my mom, so that was a pretty good price for this. I would say.
I paid $22.99. So
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
$1.25.
Oh, shit. Yeah, mine must have been $23.99. Yeah, $7.50.
Yeah, it's not bad then.
$21.95.
Why not open
No,
this?
no sales tax.
Nice.
Good on ya.
What was yours, beer man?
$21.95
Oh wow, that's a good price.
for a $7.50.
I think that was the cheapest one. Well, Chatty-O had nips. How much did you pay for your nips, Chatty-O? Probably like $1.
About $25 a piece.
Yeah, that's still not bad.
Nips.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's actually really good. If you went into a liquor store and saw those for $1.25, I would probably go with those over regular Jim Beam. I mean, I don't know yet. I've actually, to be honest with you, a lot of the stuff that we've been doing as far as like examinations, I've already reviewed and are visiting. I don't think I've ever reviewed this, and I'm having a terrible time getting my bottle open. But yeah, we can go for the pour if you guys want. The plastic is still over the cap. I think I just need to rip this whole plastic thing off.
Yeah, I left the. I'm gonna stop doing math over here. I left that little top of it that says extracted.
I will say
from the barrel walls. Is what
wouldn't this bottle just be so much nicer if they had a cork? This little
No,
plastic.
I don't know.
I think
A
so.
little higher, right? I don't know.
I think it would look nicer if it had the cork.
They're saying $30 bottles to have corks, whether they're genuine cork or not.
Well, this was 23. I guess you're right in this price range. It's not really. Wow, this plastic is really annoying. All right, I'm just gonna pour it.
Your fingerprints all over my glass.
Okay. Nice sound on the pour.
So the way we were talking about this before we got on air, and just looking and just trying to find a couple of different places really quickly on the internet to try to pull out some information. I'm on a jason-scotchreviews.blogspot.com review for Devil's Cut, and they have a quote. I don't know where they got the quote. I guess it's from the Devil's Cut website, I guess. Proprietary process pulls the rich whiskey trapped inside the barrel wood after they're emptied. This barrel-treated extract is blended with 6-year-old Jim Beam bourbon at 90 proof, which they use the word extra aged everywhere on the bottle, which would lead you to believe their extra aged black label is what this is branded with.
And that's also a hint that extra aged black labels is aged for 6 years, so that's pretty cool to know.
It's a really good deal for.
That's like an age statement on another. So they're giving you the information on another bottle, with this one. Because do they tell you on the website? Was that based off the website there, Eric?
This guy had a link to the Devil's Cut website, which is no longer available. But if you go on the Jim Beam website and try to look up that information under the Devil's Cut, they really don't tell you that. No, they don't say that anymore, but that's the best I can find. And they have some kind of a proprietary process, because the idea is as bourbon evaporates and it becomes an angel share in the air, some bourbon gets trapped in your barrel walls and inside of the wood. And they have a proprietary process at Jim Beam to get some of that extra bourbon out of the wood. They have a way that they get it out of the wood, and then they blend it with that other bourbon, because if all they did was try to take whiskey out of the barrels, you would not have enough to batch this thing and make it into a product for consumption. Probably. So they have to blend it with something. That's how I understand it. There's my input.
I'm fixing your name, Dan.
Hi, Dan. A nice looking bottle. I don't mind it.
This is the way us rednecks like it.
They like it young, don't they? Wait a minute, never mind.
Shout out to Mr. Dan from FLX Beer Reviews. I changed the name for you there, buddy. What size bottle do you have, Dan? Do you need some time to get? Oh, you got the nip? Okay, cool. Nice. I finally got the plastic off. I had to cut it with scissors because it was very annoying. Yeah, as far as the label, I like the square bottle. I'm not gonna lie, I like the square bottle. Wish it had a cork in it, but I will say I do like the style of the regular 750 milliliter bottles. I think they're nice.
Yeah, I like the wood.
The wood label. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
They give you the information: 45% alcohol by volume, 90 proof. It does say on the side, genuine Beam Bourbon extra aged, hinting their 6-year blended. Distilled and bottled by James B. Beam Distilling Co., Claremont, Frankfort, Kentucky, USA. Side of the ball. While bourbon ages and the angel's share evaporates, some also remain trapped inside the barrel. This is the Devil's Cut. We extract this dark and intense liquid from our charred white oak barrels and blend it with extra aged bourbon. Jim Beam's Devil's Cut is a distinctly bold bourbon full of rich, intense flavors. Now, as far as the appearance of the whiskey, it does have a nice caramel color to it. I wouldn't say it's too dark.
No.
But it's got some good alcohol legs. So
yeah.
For me, I think for the aesthetics, I think what kills it is honestly the cork on the bottle.
Yeah, or the lack of. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go 6. I'm gonna go 6.
Okay.
Bumpy.
See, I'm kind of in a weird spot because I gave 6 to the regular Jim Beam bottle, and I do like the appearance on this more, and I do like the extra little story that it gives on the side. They did get rid of the faces of the bourbon family, of the Jim Beam family, anyways, to tell that story. But yeah, so I was kind of like around a 7 for it, but realistically, there's not much difference from the bottle itself than just the label. Yeah. So I think I'll just go right back down to a 6. There's not too much of a change in that stupid plastic screw cap is actually that's better than the other one, because the other one was a thin piece of metal.
I don't know. I thought you were kind of you were making yourself go down, but I was thinking about maybe going up to a 7.
Yeah, I'm going to stay at a 7 on mine for that.
I'll go with
I guess it's got some good color to it. It's nice. It's got some nice alcohol legs. It looks nice and viscousy. Good caramel color. I think I'll go up to a 7 with you there, Bubby.
All right.
Well, my bottle is boring. I don't have any like. I don't
Well,
have any
that's fine.
feel.
What do you give it for the aesthetics of the? With the aesthetics, Chatio,
Yeah.
also keep in mind that it's the look of the whiskey and the actual product packaging itself.
Okay, well, no, I was starting out with the bottle, but yeah, I mean, I'm overall I'll give it a 6.
It's fair. What about you, Eric?
I'm at a 7 for this one. I like it's. It definitely is darker in nature than the white label. Not super dark by any means. We just look at this as a whiskey overall, it's a bourbon whiskey, and the labeling is giving you some nice, simple but to the point detail. And as we talked about, I do really like this nice matte finish kind of a label that's got the wood barrel element to it, and yeah, a screw cap, but the bumping point's a little more substantial than the thinner metallic one from the white label. So yeah, 7. I don't mind this at all.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, I like the legs. It's got great legs on this thing.
You sure does.
They like stick up there, and it takes a while for them to come down. It's got a nice color. It's nice and clean looking. The bottle itself is pretty cool. It is a screw cap, but I do like the label as well. I'm gonna stick it at a 7 as well.
Nice.
That's a good score.
Dan?
I'll give it a 6. I gave the Jim Beam a 6 last week.
Do you think it's comparable?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same packaging.
You're going up. You're going up. What's regular white label in as far as proof? How much are you going up in proof? Let me see. I think it's
That's 40%. So we're going up.
You're going up 5%. This is 40. I will say, as far as like comparison of the two, if you guys keep mentioning white label versus this one, I do like the bottle style, so that's kind of why I went with the 7. I believe I did give this a 6 as well.
Squat style bottle there, yeah.
So I do like the different style bottle, and then like the wood label is cool. So
Yeah.
So what number were you at, Dan? I'm sorry. You just say 6? Cool. Nose. Let's go for the nose. Let's talk about the nose. So with the nose, everybody just chime in whenever you get a flavor note. Let's try not to steamroll over each other too much, but if you got a thought, you can say it whenever you want. We don't have to go in a
Buttery cinnamon. Almost said cinnamon.
I get you on that, yeah.
I'm getting some brown sugar.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of the ethanol right now. Maybe I need to.
I'm not getting nearly.
I
I'm not getting nearly as much ethanol as the white label at a lower ABV for me at least.
I get like a cherry medicinal kind of and then with like a spicy cinnamon.
I definitely wrote spices. Absolutely, vanilla spices, much oakier and nuttier than white label. Those come out more in the forefront. Corn, vanillas, and spices. Again, not nearly
Caramel candy a little bit.
White label. Now I can see your faint dark cherry. Sure, I'll write that down too.
Toffee and caramel. And
Yeah,
brown
caramel,
sugar.
like a caramel candy, right, Beer Man?
Yeah. Brown sugar a little bit.
Little bit of like some worth. What's going on over there? Okay.
It's more worth it than caramel, yeah.
It's Dan's way of smelling.
Dan, you should do your beard like Bumpy's. Look at Bumpy's beard. Do you see that, Dan?
I'm good.
Oh, I got a nuttiness. I just got the peanut.
Congratulations. You got the peanut.
Typically what you
I got the peanut.
The Jim Beam is like the nuttiness like sneaks up on you, and after you get like these nice flavor notes, like I said, I was getting cherry and a little bit of caramel, some vanilla, oak and stuff, and then the nuttiness comes through, and I don't mind the nuttiness. I think it might have something to do with maybe the yeast. I'm not too sure. I don't know why it's so common. Heaven Hill, which is Evan Williams, has the same thing where it's like you get that nuttiness in a lot of their products.
I think there's an extreme like vanilla note to it.
Vanilla. Yeah. Vanilla's coming out.
That's really one of the first things. Yeah.
I mean, as far as like, yeah. So it's coming straight out of the wall, and then like you said, they're blending it with the extra age. So I mean, I can see a little bit more of a barrel influence rather than. I mean, how much of a difference is this than rather than just the extra age? I think that would be a good comparison.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a woody barrel. Yeah. Slightly.
Yeah, I can see maybe like a little bit. I don't want to say like not tannins, but just a little bit more of that oak kind of astringency on the nose.
I'm torn on ratings here for the nosing because for me, even though it hasn't been in the glass for very, very, very long, the more it sits in the glass, the more this rich vanilla wants to keep coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. It's pretty good.
It's like a vanilla bean almost.
Right? It is.
It's like vanilla bean, as I know. It's definitely that.
So not to be confused with a vanilla bean. Yeah.
What is that? All right, Woody Woodpecker. So do I err on the side of caution or do I round up on my rating here? I don't know.
I think it's pretty solid. I mean, it's not really like there's certain aromas that I really enjoy in like some other higher end whiskeys that I don't necessarily get with this. But as far as like an experiment, them trying to do something different, I can see, yeah, it's got a decent nose to it. It's not bad. At first I was getting a little bit more of the ethanol, but yeah, I can see it's a little bit different than your regular Jim Beam product. So this one I believe is the white label I believe is 4 years, right?
Yeah, yep.
2 years.
So the regular white label is 4, extra age is like 6 or 7. And then
I
this
know
one,
it is 4. I think it says 4 on the label somewhere.
what, Bubby?
Yeah, never mind. I'm thinking of my other whiskey I have that's only 2 years.
Oh,
So
It doesn't taste very aged for 4 years though. That white
yeah,
label.
this is 4 years. I know it's very odd. Well, they also cut it down to 40% too. You got to remember. Yeah, I mean, as far as the nose, I think I'm gonna go like it's a little bit better than average. It's pretty good. There are some good flavor notes. It's not super crazy. I'm right around like maybe a 13 or 14. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah.
I haven't wrote it down yet. What are you guys giving it for numbers?
I put 13.
Yeah, I'm kind of over. I'm around 13, 14. What about you, Chadio?
About 12. There's a lot going on with it. A lot of really good aromas in there too, but there's a couple in there that I'm picking up that my nose is like, no.
A little offensive for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric?
I do appreciate that this comparatively to Jim Beam White Label, for whatever reasoning, maybe there's more flavor compounds that are able to come out in this particular bottling in line of Jim Beam, that it doesn't have a lot of the ethanol note that I thought I was perceiving out of the White Label. So I was gonna be kind of generous, but I'm gonna be where I should be. I'm gonna give that a 14 out of 20. Not too shabby. I'd say it's richer than White Label. We talked about all the notes, not super pronounced notes, but they're not off-putting in any regard. Absolutely not.
You mean?
The ethanol is it smells like the putty stuff that you blow out of a tube.
Oh.
Yeah, it blows a bubble.
Yep.
Putty or bubble gum?
No, those that putty shit stuff that you put on the end of the tube and you blow. And it has a little
clay
bubble.
note.
Yeah,
Here we go with the clay.
Or the chemi, like a chemi.
Oh no, Pumpy's always saying everything smells like clay.
This doesn't smell like clay to me.
That don't smell like clay.
It's
But it
usually,
smells
usually
like-
tastes like clay.
It just smells like that gas, like a gaseous kind of like smell. It's just it dissipates as it sits open for a little while. You don't get it as much. You start to get all those other flavors. I was getting toffee, brown sugar, vanilla, wood, oak, this, that, whatever. But it's very nice. I'll probably go with like it's out of 20.
Yeah.
I don't know my liquors that much, so I'm sorry. I'm just gonna stick at 12. I'll go 12. I'll stick
Not
at
bad at all. We're all right around the same
Yeah.
number here. What do you think, Dan?
I'm gonna throw something out there. Wrigley's Double Mint Spearmint Gum.
There's something spicy, right?
And a minty note?
Definitely
I'm getting like
Yeah.
spearmint.
I can understand
like,
that.
like wintergreen.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think I
Yeah, I
actually
remember getting it as soon as
I
you
like
said
that.
that.
I like that's kind of you know what that's probably is? That's probably from the rye. What's the mash bill on this? I don't even think
Who
I
the
have
heck
the mash
knows?
bill.
Maybe somebody.
Let me find the mash bill.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about a lot of these major distilleries. A lot of them don't even tell you that info.
14. Dan, you just sold me on the 14. I think that was right around where Eric's at.
I think some of the ethanol is helping to bring out some of that.
Yeah, that minty. Well, I was kind of saying like medicinal up front too, so I could see kind of like
that's
you
what the
know,
cherry.
yeah.
That and that, yeah.
But yeah, I can see that.
I'm gonna go.
Spices, yeah.
Probably from the rye, like I said.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, wait, that's not on the. Where's Breaking Bourbon? He usually has
I don't see this on Breaking Bourbon somehow, unless I'm wrong.
I'm gonna
I
go
was gonna say,
15.
he usually 15. Nice. I think I'm gonna stick with my 14. I like that number.
I was between 14 and 15.
I'm getting some honey as well.
Let's see, extra aged mash.
The cedar in the bourbon, definitely. It's not super charred, but there is an oak tannin kind of cool. We'll see if that translates into flavors and mouthfeel.
Okay, so can we say it's fair to say that this is technically the mash bill of Jim Beam Black?
Yeah, I would say so. That's a good idea.
So if the extra aged whiskey they're using, which is Jim Beam Black label, that's put on the label, so they're saying that this is a blend of Jim Beam extra aged combined with whiskey extracted from the walls of the barrel.
What bourbon's in that barrel, though? Do we know?
Nashville. What's up? What did you say, Eric?
We don't know what bourbon itself from Jim Beam was inside of those walls. It actually could have been white label, and then they aged and then they blended it with
I
the
think
extra.
I think white label and extra age have the same mash bill, so I think it's the same whiskey. But of course, you always got to remember too, and location always matters. So it always could be like a different location in the rick house. So just because they have just because two whiskeys are the same mash bill and the same barrel doesn't mean that they're going to come out the same. Because it all depends on temperature and blah blah blah, and all that stuff. In order for the whiskey to age in the barrel, you need a good amount of heat, which is why whiskey ages better in warmer temperature areas like Kentucky and some people say Texas is a little overboard. I haven't had too much Texas. I had a Texas whiskey actually at Beer to Palooza. I think it was the Garrison Brothers. It was actually pretty good. I liked it.
It's a bourbon.
So the mash bill on the extra age is 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barley. 13% rye. That's a pretty good amount of rye.
Yeah.
Where did you see that one, dear man?
Just the whiskeyshelf.com.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
The numbers are pretty comparable.
Yeah, they're close. That is weird though. That's what he said. Whiskeyshelf.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Where
maybe,
these people get these numbers.
I wonder where he got that from.
That's crazy. That's weird.
Oh, there we go.
First time I've ever smelled rye.
Let's all taste it, guys. Let's go and dive in. Cheers! Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah. Maybe that's Doga Ryan.
Oh, I didn't get a water bottle. I need a water bottle. I'll be right back.
There's your honey note. Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line.
Ooh.
Did you guys notice? Did you guys know I had that new feature?
Hell no.
Should have seen my face before I put it on, because you were like mid sentence, Eric. I got a water bottle, all right.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of heat to it. I got to get some
Spicy rye notes, I would have to say.
Big time.
Cinnamon,
Palate.
vanilla.
I'm getting apple and like raspberry.
Raspberry. Woo. All right.
A little bit of orange rind.
No, not raspberry. What is that?
A little bit of cold.
I'm getting plum.
Yeah, I'm getting a big like dried fruit, that cherry note.
Mm-hmm.
Rye, mint definitely. Caramel,
Yeah,
caramel mint, a little vanilla. It stings the tongue.
It's not as flavorful as I was hoping it would be.
yeah. It's a little. I don't want to say gimmicky, but it's like, how much different does it really
I
make?
think it's got a lot more of the wood flavor to it. Sure.
Yeah.
Tannin of the
I'm
flavor.
getting the oak for sure.
And it's really warm when
I get a lot. I get like a really like buttered corn. It's got like a
Diacetyl.
Buttered note. I hear people say it all
I'm
the
getting
time.
corn too, but yeah.
Buttered note. Butterscotch. For
this.
Dave.
It's definitely a little bit more
Pepper.
drier. I will say you get more of the oak. I don't know about the char though. What do you guys think? You guys think you get a little bit more char with this one?
I think so, but it's your mind maybe playing that you're just getting a barrel that dry tank.
I will say if you're looking for a good lingering finish, this one's got it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely doesn't fall flat like the regular white label. Like the white label finish was like nice. It was like a ooh, and then it would just completely drop, and you'd be like, "What the heck?"
I think this one has like kind of a bitterness.
This
like,
one's kind of well, it's very dry. I mean, dry wood oak like tannins can be somewhat bitter. I suppose
I just cut a sip with water and I got a really strong like black cherry component.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I did that.
I think that corn
You had a
sweetness.
sip in your mouth and then drank some water. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I took a little sip of water and then kind of
Yeah. Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of, to me, there's a lot of, we're going into the flavors. I get it, but as they all diminish, I think it's really following the nosing for the most part. The stuff that I ended up writing here so far was spicy rye flavor overall. I still get a very vanilla bean kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting vanilla too.
Red fruits, butterscotch. Beerman will be back. Dry tannins from the barrel, and I feel like there's a very dark cherry and that sweetness of the corn that lingers in that finish. I think those are the two things that I think I'm noticing as it's drying.
My internet went out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Way more intense flavor than white label. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's got a better finish. I will say the finish on this is not too bad.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely weird. Like, I think this definitely benefits from like cutting it with some water, like just a dropper water or two in it.
Yeah.
Kind of pops it open a little bit.
You guys, I know we're not on it. I know it's the next category, but now that I'm thinking about it, do you guys think this is a little thin for 45%? I personally think it's a little, especially it's like, it's technically supposed to be 6 years. But even at 45%, I'm just not really getting like that velocity that I feel like I should with this.
It's kind of got the Robitussin coating.
I don't know. I've had some stuff that was 45% that was like definitely a little bit richer.
It's got that Tussin flavor. I'm at a 13 for flavor.
I
I don't even know what I gave the last one.
I'm right there with Dan. 13 with the flavor. I was hoping for more, but what you guys decent. It's above average, but
I'm at a 10
a little bit
with
more.
flavor.
Oh shit.
That's terrible.
It's right down the mess pipe.
I mean, I gave Jim Beam last. I gave that.
I gave that last,
for
yeah, that
flavor.
one.
So
that thing is so thin, and the flavor, there's not enough flavor for me in the white label
Regular Jim Beam?
through any part of the palate. I'm gonna stick. I gave the nose a 14. I think this is following through pretty well with that same experience. I'll give that a 14 and flavor. That may be a little bit too high, but I think 14.
Wow, I went way higher on the nose for the
Yeah.
way little. Yeah, flavor I gave 10. I don't know. I kind of like it. I think it's got a good finish. I just get like your standard Jim Beam notes. Like I said, you get that. I think you kind of get the nuttiness as well with this.
Mm-hmm.
There is a little nugget.
It's weird. It's like
that spicy, somewhat minty rye note, caramel, vanilla sweetness. I don't think it's too bad. I like it to be.
I feel like this one dips down. I feel like for me, like the nose is up here, the flavor's down here, and then the finish comes back up. Because I like the finish. Like
I do
the
like
finish lingers. It's got, it just doesn't end or cut.
It's a sweet lingering
spice. I like the spice and the I don't know. Considering it's blended from like what I'm trying to say is, I think the blend does a good job kind of balancing it out and making it less like rough.
Yes.
As far as the white label was definitely kind of rough. This one is a little bit more well-rounded. It's like they kind of shaved it down, but they kept a higher proof, but they blended it to make it a little bit more appealing to, like, let's say a newer drinker. I think I'm going to go, 13 on the flavors fair. If I gave the regular a 10, I think it's a little bit above average. I think 13 is fair in my opinion.
I'm gonna say 14. I like how this. Usually I'm gagging.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think the blending did a good job, kind of rounding it out and making it not as harsh. It is a little bit drier and a little bit more. I guess you can say somewhat bitter, like Bumpy was saying, but
I've got the numb tongue and
like whirlpool dry.
Like that right there, man. Yeah.
I was doing that.
I'm trying to write in the finish that I'm getting a lot of spice in the gums in the upper and in the lower part of where the teeth are. Maybe you said numbing thing. I can see that being the same thing I'm getting. Yeah. It's unique if you've never experienced it, and this is the price point you get it at.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a unique bottling for what it is. It may do good on the value department for its uniqueness. That's what's value. Jesus.
Cheers, sorry, I haven't even been looking at the comments. That was like 15 minutes ago. Cheers, Bill.
Mouthfeel, really.
Cheers, Bill.
Cheers, Luke John.
Luke John.
Luke John is a.
Well, you guys are still in here.
Daniel's fan.
Well, good luck to Luke John.
Go.
We'll chat very soon, buddy.
Just stopping by, man.
I feel
out of 20.
Yes, Bill.
I feel like there's a little bit of oiliness, though, in some regard to this. I don't know how to describe that. It's not super big mouthfeel, but there's something that's carrying. There's a weight to it a little bit. It's like a medium body. I don't know how to describe that in terms of, is it great or is it just very good?
holds things around a little bit, kind of.
Yep.
It's kind of settle around your mouth.
There's something about it that's appealing. There's something
somewhat slick. Yeah, kind of a.
Did everybody give their flavor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're on mouthfeel now.
Okay.
Mouthfeel, yeah.
I'm at a 10 on mouthfeel.
It's down. It's better than white label, but it's definitely not the 45% that I'm used to.
I give it a
12.
I think I'm gonna call it 12 too. Yeah.
For me, I like it. The mouthfeel, I gave it a 14.
It's got a
There's
crack.
something about it, though. I will give you that, Chatio.
I mean, for someone who's just like slowly getting into bourbons and stuff, I've got plenty, but just getting into them. I mean, this is a great great introduction.
I'm gonna go 12.
I'm gonna.
A bit above average, but I'm slightly disappointed because it is 45%. I just kind of want a little bit more of a fuller flavor out of it.
But after like drinking it down and stuff, it feels like I had some Pop Rocks in my mouth or something.
Something like that, yeah.
I got no tingly sensation.
Oily, spicy sensation. Some oil, spicy sensations. Yeah, something like that. I get you.
It feels like toothpaste, like the hot heat from the minty toothpaste.
Yeah.
So
some people talk about like numbing spices, right?
Yeah.
You brought up that note in the flavor, and I totally can understand that, like a numbing, like a Chinese numbing spice or something.
Clovey or.
I can actually see clove. Yeah.
Little clove, yeah.
Let's who's up? Who's up? Mouthfeel.
Everybody good on the mouthfeel? I think we all gave it 12.
I gave it
Tim
14.
gave it 10.
I gave it a 10.
I gave it 14.
Oh,
So I guess the average got to 12.
Finish. I'm gonna go right out and say it.
I like that.
Actually, I think I'm looking at my number right now, but I think I might go up.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Finish. I gave a 14. I was thinking 15, but I think that's too high. The finish is definitely a 14 in my opinion. I like. I do think that they're little extracting the whiskey from the barrel wall, blending it. I think the blending is what it comes is like. It's not more so the extracting of the barrel wall. I think it's the taking this whiskey and then blending it with this whiskey, and then they're like rounding out, they're shaving it, they're making it a more finer product. With the bottle of water, this is super crushable. You could easily sit here, like hang out and just kind of drink this.
Yeah.
It's good enough to be like, hey, you and your buddies. Let's say you're not like super whiskey nerds like us, but you just want a solid bottle of whiskey.
We're super whiskey nerds.
Full of flavor.
Probably not.
This is a good step up from. No, I'm saying this is a good step up from the white label.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's a good step up from the white label for sure. It's a $23 bottle. I mean, you gotta remember, or
I'm at-
25. I think. What's MSRP? Did we say MSRP? I'm sorry, Dan.
I'm
Say
at-
that
I'm at a
up.
14. for
14
finish.
too. Nice.
Perfect for your finish.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
Ron.
at a-
Jadio.
Okay, sorry. I'm at a 15 for the
You're
finish. I got
15?
15 for it.
Right.
I think it's a great finish. I like the drying out, just kind of like the end.
I'm
You
at
know, it's
12.
a really good place on the internet to try to get averages for.
MSRP.
I think beers are in there too, as well as wines. But you can go and look at spirit bottles too on wine-searcher.com, and
Yeah.
they have. You can put in your zip code and the distance and where you live, basically. And if websites are utilizing, or if stores are utilizing Wine Searcher, their prices will show up there on that website. And the average that they have for this bottle at a 750 milliliter is about the $22 on Wine Searcher. So that makes sense. I'm actually I'm pretty impressed with this finish for about a $24 bottle that I just bought. Dark cherry, sweet corn, lots of spice. We talked about that numbing spice, and then there's still some kind of a caramel something or other that's still just pushing along. And the very last thing to happen, now I get a really dark cherry, and that wood tannin is still there the whole time. Not maybe the oakiest thing on the face of the planet Earth, but I'm going to give that a 15 out of 20. I'm kind of impressed that the thing kept trucking along like it did.
Nice.
I agree with everything you said there.
So
It's so
Eric-
easy to take down.
I'm
gonna
sorry,
go
man.
16.
So,
Oh, no.
so Eric, I want to say to you,
Yeah.
a good thing to look at for MSRP. So I was told by Seth, who is the liquor manager at the Swansea Mall Drive Yankee Spirits. He's wicked cool. He told me that all the whiskey at Yankee Spirits is sold at MSRP. So whatever the retail value that company wants you to sell it at is what they sell it at.
All right.
And also, I want to tell you, I saw Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond, where I bought this today for $47.
So they've already gone down since they put it on their own shelf. All right.
No. The where I bought it today, they're cheaper than MSRP.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, cheaper than
So what I was getting at there, though, is this was 23,
Mhm.
where Yankee Spirits was 25, but I have reason to believe that 25 is the actual MSRP. So I would say 25 is probably
I
MSRP.
feel for more times than not at that around 25.
Yeah, I don't know though. Who knows? Maybe he was talking. Maybe he meant more allocated stuff. Because
Probably.
a lot of us on the panel, I believe Beerman said
21 something.
22.
21.95. 21.95.
Beer Man with the cheapest 22.
$22.
Bumpy was the same as me, I believe, right? 23.
23, yeah.
Chatio had nips. Dan had nips.
Chatio has nips.
Dan has nips. Chatio has nips. What did Eric have? Nips?
I got 2 of them. No, wait a minute.
No.
Jim Beam Devil's Cut. What am I talking about? Hello, Bourbon. 23.99.
Oh, okay, so a dollar more than what I paid. Yeah, that's. So, I mean, I would see. I don't know. So we'll call it maybe 23, 25. Moving on to value. Everybody say their finish or no? Oh, Beer Man, you were going. I'm sorry. Go, Beer Man.
I was just agreeing. I'm actually getting cinnamon gum, like that. What I think what Dan was saying, but yeah, I'm gonna go with a 16. Actually, I kind of like it. It's very complex. Got a lot of complexities in the finish, so
It's a good
kind of
choice.
nice.
Nice.
I like it.
I can see that at all.
I will say. So let me ask just a quick question before Dan goes. So Chatio and Beer Man, you guys typically don't drink whiskey too often, right?
No.
Barely, very
And
rarely.
both of you are enjoying this,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
not
both of you have been giving it some good numbers. So I will say, like I said, it seems like someone who doesn't typically drink whiskey too often. It's more appealing to
Mm-hmm.
that crowd,
Like I said, this is a good intro.
Yeah,
to
definitely.
whiskey. Very approachable, as I label it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a great word. Approachable is awesome. Yeah. Dan, did you give your finish?
14.
14. So everybody went. What did you say again, Bumpy? You didn't like it, right?
Yeah,
Or
give it a 12.
Okay. So whether you were one of the lower.
Yeah. It's just kind of it's got the heatiness going on. Lots of the wood. There is that char. Like I said, it kind of finishes more bitter. And it's just to me, it's like overall, like even with the flavor, it just didn't have like a ton of stuff. Like if more of what was coming through on the nose came through on the flavors and in the finish and stuff, I would have given both of those a higher score. But
yeah,
to me, it's just kind of more on the hot end, and yeah, you're getting kind of like the red hots, the cinnamon hot candies, and wood char. It's not even as much vanilla in the flavor for me.
No, I'm a finish. No.
So yeah,
I thought
that's why I'm at a 12 for the finish.
I get jalapeno fruit.
Fair. What does everybody think about value? I'm gonna let everybody else go first.
I have no idea.
Value. I would say we could, comparing this to other bottles in this price range.
I think it's about the same as the Jim Beam regular. I mean that's like cheaper. Get that for around like I got mine for like $19. This is $23. So a little bit more alcohol. But I like the aspect of the regular Jim Beam.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I just give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I haven't wrote mine down yet. I think I might be right around that number too, because I think that's what I gave for the regular Jim Beam.
That's what I gave the regular Jim Beam.
It's definitely, I don't know, because it is like what they were saying. It's super approachable, and if you want to bump up and buy something a little bit different.
I just can't think of another. I can't think of another bourbon, and I drink all kinds of different bourbons and whiskeys and stuff. I can't think of another one that's had this much cinnamon and spicy notes like this. I think this has got a unique flavor all by itself on a shelf. You want to really experience for $20-ish bucks.
Eagle Rare 101, Eric.
I mean, I'll give it I have no idea. I'll give it a 7.
Right though, as far as comparing spicy and notes like that, Eagle Rare 101 is maybe like a couple bucks more, and
Rare
that
101, or are you talking about wild turkey?
he blows this out of the water too.
You mean wild? You talking about wild turkey?
You want to go as far as value? Let me ask Bumpy right now. Would you spend the money on the 101 or would you spend the money on this?
On the 101.
All day, right? Right,
Yeah.
Dan? Dan knows.
Eagle Rare's not on the shelves here.
What do you mean you had the 101?
Eagle Rare 101.
Eagle Rare?
You're not Eagle Rare. I'm sorry, guys. Wild Turkey.
Wild turkey.
The other
101.
bird.
I knew what you were talking about.
I was talking about some type of bird. There's my Rickyism for tonight.
There you go.
Jalapenos.
The Wild Turkey 101. Eagle
Oh,
Rare.
I would buy 101 10 times out of 10 over this.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was saying, based off of value.
But see, here's the thing. My value is because I bought a nip for $1.25.
That's kind of where I'm at too.
I got a
So-
drink for $1.25 that's decent.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good, yeah. No, I can totally see that. They don't sell nips over here. I looked. I asked. I went to like 3 or 4 different stores. None of them had them.
Here neither.
But
Yeah.
I didn't mind them buying the 750 anyways because I like the style of the bottle. I bought the extra aged a couple times.
I'm at an 8.
I'm
Oh,
saying
fuck.
since I had a nip. Yeah, I just broke down 8.
I'm gonna go 7.
I'm going 8 because I didn't think it was a bad price for something that's somewhat decent.
Yeah.
No, I see Beer Man sipping on this every once in a while throughout the winter.
All right. Well,
I got a couple
tally
nips
up,
left
you know.
that'll probably give one to my neighbor tomorrow. Say Happy Halloween, just chuck him one. Before you take the kiddos out, just stand this real quick. You'll thank me later. Yeah, definitely an 8.
I'm ready for all the scores.
All right. You guys want me to give my score first, or do you guys want to go? I'm at a 67 out of 100.
Yeah.
So I think that was way higher than the regular.
I'm double checking my math.
Well, I'll go. While Bumpy does his math real quick. I gave it 68 out of 100, D plus.
68, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
53 out of 100 for the regular Jim Beam. Holy crap!
Really? Holy moly.
Yeah, 53 for white label, 67 for this one.
That's
Yeah,
really-
I gave 53 for the white label. I'm giving this one a 61.
61.
All right. Let me write these down. 1 out of 100.
What about you?
Yo.
Me? Oh, sorry. 68 out of 100.
68 out of 100. Eric?
Yeah, so just really quickly,
Yeah.
I gave my 7 out of 10 for the value, my little brief explanation, which I feel like it plays really nicely with the overall rating that I gave this. I say that there's unique flavors at an inexpensive price point with a bit of age, but it's nothing that's quite earth-shattering. And as we've all talked about on this, unless that real spicy kind of a Beer Man ended up saying like the red hot cinnamon gum, I can totally understand that. If you're not really into that, forget this bourbon probably. But it's approachable enough in its ABV and its flavors, but regardless. So mine came into a 69 out of 100.
Right.
69.
Right.
Me too. Yeah. I didn't think it
What
was
do you
bad.
have there, Beer Man?
69.
You got a
Hey.
69 too?
Yeah, 69
Nice.
too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dan?
I'm at a 66,
Well, okay. All right.
which our average is very fitting for the time of the year.
Yeah.
Our average is 66.6.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
And it's just like, it's literally 66.66666. So we can round up to a 67.
Oh, you screwed me up here, Dan. God, I was writing it on a piece of paper. You don't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, he did. Hello.
All right. Somebody do the math because my paper's all messed up. No.
I just did.
Well, you're at the same price as me.
I just did.
I mean, same price. Wow, my Rickyisms are on point.
Here you go.
Wait, who just did?
I just showed you our average was 66.6666666.
Oh, that's the average.
Yeah,
that's the devil's number.
And you were at
That's the devil's cut.
I was at 66, but our average ended up coming out to.
now I need to write this over 10 more times.
So we're at a 67.
Okay.
Yeah, put it.
So pretty much what I scored it because I'm always right, you know. No, I'm just kidding. Average. That's not bad. I mean, I could totally see that. I think 67 is fair for this. It's it's a little bit better than your typical friggin' $20 bottle.
Oh,
The $25 bottle. And I think that's why like stuff like Wild Turkey 101 is so unbelievably good. Is because what was that, like 80 or something? That was maybe a couple bucks more. So I mean, you find value in these big distilleries. I like to support like the newer distilleries that start, but these distilleries, these guys that have been around forever, you can really get some good value in some of their products, like the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond, which is the Evan Williams. The guys who make Evan Williams. You stick with these distilleries, and they really do make some great stuff.
These are the people that have the what do you want to call it? They have this, if you call it stock or whatever. Well, they have all of the whiskey already produced, already sitting around for a while, already have been aged. They have more of a chance of getting. I don't know if they have more of a chance of getting it right. That's not the point, but necessarily at the end of the day, it won't be like a brand new craft distillery that opens where they have to sort their stuff and they want to try to get out stuff very quickly. It's going to be really lower age stuff that may have a lot of youthfulness to it. It's harder for craft distillers to get going initially. When you see them in 4, 5, 6, 7+ years, maybe they'll have something really special going at that time. But it takes a longer time.
The amount of volume that they must use to create these products is insane.
That's the word, volume.
The amount of volume that they're probably blending barrels, the amount of barrels they're probably using just to make
producing,
is probably insane.
It's an earth-shattering number, especially Jim Beam. That's probably the biggest distillery in the United States.
They're up there.
Can you get a sip out of the mask here, man? Can you go for a sip out of it?
He's gonna grab it.
Go for a sip out of it.
So who are you supposed to be anyways? Michael Kormaroff?
Some old man. I got it from some Chinese website.
Oh no! What kind of chemicals is that mask laced with?
And it had a bunch of weird smells in it when I first opened it.
Did you say it smells like cilantro?
It smelled like hairspray.
Oh yeah.
I like how your
Yeah.
I like how your collar's popped, beer man.
I know.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man!
It looks like an old man in the UK waiting for his team to actually win a darn trophy. I've been waiting since I was a little lad for my team to win a trophy. And I'm just like waiting for my pension to come in.
Yeah, 67 out of 100. It's been fun. Definitely the perfect bourbon to do for Halloween here. And we landed at the perfect score, like Dan said.
Fun fact: this beat out both Evan Williams.
Oh,
Evan Williams?
Yeah, both of the Evan Williams, the black and the bottle and bond.
Really? What was the
bottle and bond got a 66.
So where does this put this as far as rank?
Middle of the pack.
Out of how many bottles though?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 10.
wow!
This is 2, 3, 4.
Third from the bottom.
6th.
Oh wow!
Not bad. We'll take it. There you go.
Because it beats out Jim Beam, both Evan Williams, and Four Roses.
Way to go!
Nice.
Oh yeah, Four Roses. Forgot about that one.
I've done a couple different examinations, so I don't know exactly where it would fall.
Yeah.
But I would say. So no, what were you saying?
I was gonna say this is the first bourbon I've had where I can definitely say this is the one I would cut with water. If I was going to enjoy it.
I haven't even done that. I'm going to do that right now.
I'm out. I didn't.
I haven't even.
Cheers, Angie.
I didn't even do it once. Cheers, Angie. Happy Halloween.
Halloween.
Steven. I feel like a little bit of the sweetness comes out a little bit more, and then the astringency kind of cuts down. But I still, actually, I kind of get more of the spice when I did that, though. Maybe you notice more of the spice because the oak and the drying aspect is a little more tamed. Overall, yeah, I mean, this has been fun. It's always a blast. I really enjoy doing them.
That's been a good one.
I do recommend everybody, if you hopefully you guys all come back. You don't have to come back every episode, but hopefully we'll see you guys again. I do recommend everybody getting a little notepad. So I'm gonna get one too. I don't know what Bobby's laughing about, but probably something in the private chat. But yeah, so let's like I said, I recommend getting like a little notepad. So I'm gonna get myself one, and I'm gonna write down all the whiskeys that I've done examinations on, and I'm gonna put all the numbers, and then who knows, maybe down the line we'll take whiskeys that are in the top 3 at the end of the year. Maybe we'll do like an end of the year thing. Maybe that's what we'll do for like New Year's. We'll do like a top 3 whiskeys, and we'll do a comparison. And so look out for that. Tons of ideas with this. We've already done. Actually, the first examination was a head-to-head, so it wasn't even like we started off with just like this regular platform. But yeah, it's been a good show. I'll let you guys shout yourselves out, and then we'll wrap ourselves up. And then we will have an after-party hangout for a little bit. If anybody wants to come by, I'll put the link in the chat right before the show ends. And Bumpy, if you want to start us off with shout-outs for your channel and shout-outs for other YouTubers as well, if you want. Cheers,
I'm
bro.
Manchu, redneck extraordinaire. I have no lives going on my channel. Bumpy Road Brews as of right now. We'll see what the future brings, but not even thinking about it right now, so don't hold your breath. And other than that, I'm just trying to put out a video, at least one video a week, if not 2, or if I'm like, I don't know, I'd have to be like buying a lot of sugar or something, put out 3. But I just look forward to videos that kind of just drop randomly of my beer reviews, I guess, basically is what they are. And check out Alex, the Beer Master. I mean, everybody already knows that, but he's got another Alex and Friends coming up at 10:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. And I want to wish everybody a happy Hallows Eve tonight and a safe and happy Halloween tomorrow. It's my favorite holiday, even though some people don't consider it a holiday.
I like Halloween too, Bumpy.
So yeah. Oh, and it's my daughter's 21st birthday tomorrow as well.
Gee.
All right. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to my daughter.
All right.
Thank you, Angie.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
For me, I don't really have any scheduled lives coming up. Maybe the 6th of November, but most likely probably not again until the 20th of November. But I've been dabbling a lot into music reactions lately, and some have been a lot of fun to do. A guy named Dimash. He's got some of the best range you'll ever see. I don't know if Eric's heard of Dimash, but Dimash. He's from Kazakhstan. Insane range. Like Eric, you'd be like, holy crap. All of you guys check him out. Other than that, shout out to Ryan's Beer Reviews. He is throwing out beer reviews quicker than I change my socks, man. It seems like every time I blink my eyes, new beer review comes out with Ryan. So check out Ryan. Cheers.
So
Right, cheers.
before we move on to the next person to do shoutouts, what are we reviewing next week?
Something from
Probably a whiskey.
What do you guys want to do?
I don't know. Elijah Craig has been brought up.
Yeah,
Are we going to move away from the $20 ones and move up in price?
I've got that Heaven Hill burning a hole in my pocket.
Well, I got to get Bumpy a sample, so we got to wait for that.
Woodford Reserve is fairly cheap.
Sure
It
is.
was like
Oh,
35, 30, and maybe like 70.
It's on
think
sale
what-
right now with this.
We can talk about it off camera if you want.
Well, I want to be able to let people know at the end of the
No.
stream, though, Dan.
Are you guys able to get Tin Cup? Or
I can't
no?
promise anything right now.
We all could probably get that thing, probably.
Well,
I
I
just
know
pick
the
up.
Tin Cup
I'll just
Rye.
say, I don't think,
Right.
whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll just let people know that we'll do another one next week.
Yeah.
What do you got
Okay.
for it there?
Yep, it's $30. There you go.
I did just buy this today.
I can't get that shit. That sounds good though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if we get Green River.
No, sir. That sounds good though.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure it out. I can look. We can all look at our liquor stores online, I think, and see what they have.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure this out off air, but we'll
What
let you know.
about? I don't know if you can
There
get
will be a show. next week.
McKenna or something like that, or
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, just a regular bourbon, yeah.
what about the Mitchler
Mixers.
Michters? Yeah,
But we
Okay.
should think we should go
Another one.
we should go up. We should keep going up. Like we're in
yeah.
the
So go up to like the $35
well, I'm
range.
saying like we should like move our way up like gradually. I don't want to go from like $20 bottles like freaking $40, $50, $60 bottles, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
we'll
Try to
figure
stay
it
around
out.
the $30 to $35 range for the.
For now, yeah, we could do that, but we'll figure it out. What did you do your
Yeah, do
Did
my
you do
Eric
your
shout-outs.
Do your Eric.
shout out there?
My Eric's shout outs are Wildcard Wednesday of the Thomas Meadows 75 channel YouTube. Whiskey and beer reviews. Mostly beer reviews on my channel, as you all probably know. So yeah, that Wildcard Wednesday is at 7:30 Eastern, New York, Boston time in the United States. And just bring
Don't be
a
a douche.
beverage. Bring a beer, wine, or a spirit. Don't be a douche. Let's do it up. Any adult beverage, really. And I think we're getting close to where we at. We're at 4.56 1,000 subscribers for YouTube channel Everyday Drinker. That's a bourbon review channel. I think somewhere near Pittsburgh, or no, near Philly, PA. So go check him out. Real good bourbon drinker. If you like all what we do here, you'll like his channel. And for the shits and giggles of it, go check out Blake TV. He's a cool, funny dude. He could use some support and some laughs, I bet, going his way. Blake TV, Everyday Drinker. Thanks, guys. And check out the band Oxblood Forge, my band at Drummond, wherever you stream and purchase music. If you like Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden, check out Oxblood. Cheers.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Albert Einstein.
All right. So for my live streams, I've got the beer and cheese every Tuesday. Fix my hair. That's at 8:00 Eastern. And then we got Wednesdays all spun out at 6:00 Eastern. There's the live streams. I just got a new package from Bill today, so I'll have to do an unboxing on that. Two people I want to shout out is BJ Drinks Beer. The legendary BJ.
Legendary.
And Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus. She just put out something a month ago. I guess I subscribed to her last night. So go check her out. Sorry, wife. She is pretty. Okay.
Creepy old man. Oh shit. Cheers.
Cheers, beer man.
I think that mask. I think the chemicals are doing something to you.
I know.
Check out Mouse It. No, don't do that.
Take it off after the stream.
Dan.
I got nothing.
Dan, are
Stop
there
lying.
any young lady singers that you'd like to shout out?
You know what?
Channel's done. I got nothing.
Shout out your channel, Dan. What are you talking about?
Channel's done. I got nothing. You got till
Okay.
December 31st to enjoy FLX beer reviews.
Okay. Shit.
All right, Dan.
Dan the man.
Are you okay? Do you need help? Blink twice if you're in danger.
Oh!
You went into cardiac arrest there.
All right. Whatever. I don't know what that was.
Sorry, I
all about.
watched
I got
the video
FLX
today. I just didn't leave a comment, okay?
Go check
I
out
gave you
Dan.
a thumbs up.
Go subscribe to his channel. He likes to hang out with Joe from the Beer Patrol sometimes. So go shout it. Go
That
check
guy's
it
an
out.
asshole. That's a lie.
All right. Yeah, so next Monday, we'll be doing another whiskey examination. We're going to probably stick to bourbons for a little bit, but I would like to, possibly down the line do some other stuff. Ryes. Well, we've been doing a lot of bourbons.
You wanna do
but I would
that?
like to do ryes. I would like to do scotches. I would like to do Irish. What?
I got a bottle. I want to do Sazerac Rye.
That's not that easy to find.
Oh, okay.
That's like a
Nerds
$60.
are
I could probably get it, but I don't know if that's easy to find. Like, I don't know if Bumpy can get that.
I can get the Sazerac. It's $60-something though.
Oh, never mind. It's like 30. It's like $30 here.
I was gonna say it's like $27 over here.
What happened to Sazerac Rye? That's $60 now. Jeez.
That's what it is on.
Yeah. So we'll figure out what we're doing next week. Just stop by again Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time next week. And then as far as shout outs for me, just check out my channel. I do a lot of variety reviews, do a lot of beer, whiskey reviews. I've also done a good amount of I've been recently getting into some good tequila, some good additive free tequila. Really enjoying it. I've been trying to grab some new rums and some different rums to try and review. So pretty much all types of liquor. Like I said, I really like Scotch too. I just did a Lafroig examination, or like a review. It was just myself, but I did it live. So go check that out as well. And then Tin Cup. Yes, I've actually had that before. That was actually my cousin got me a bottle of the regular Tin Cup for Christmas one year.
Nice.
So these are two people that are fairly new, at least for me. Go check them out. Of course, there's a space there. Whiskey Wars. I believe he's from some other country. I think it's the UK. And then Rare Barrel, both whiskey channels. Go check them out. Fairly new channel. I think he just did his he just started a couple months ago. But yeah, go leave both them a sub. Check them out. Check out their videos. Definitely want to try to shout out other people other than the people, all the same people we usually shout out. I want to spread the love, find some new people to interact with. Let them know that East Coast LQ Reviews sent you. And thanks again to the panel here. Hope you Road Brews, Chatio, also known as 75, also known as Massachusetts Beer Reviews, also known as Eric, Mr. Beerman, also known as Pickle Steve, also known as Harmonica Man.
Hi.
And then we have Dan from FLX Beer Reviews, the other half of Mike, even though he is 51% and Mike is 49%. And thank you to the chat. You guys have been awesome. Ryan, cheers to you, Ryan. Check out Ryan's Beer Reviews. Great dude. Great vibrations with Angie. Cheers, Angie. We had Luke John in here for a little bit. Bill, Beer Hounds, check them out as well. And yeah, I think that's it. Anything else you guys want to say?
Check the social medias this week to find out what we're drinking next week.
Yeah.
Yes. Even though he'll be done in December or whatever Dan said.
Next week is way before December 31st.
Really?
It's only November.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there you have it. Appreciate you guys. Thanks again for stopping by, hanging out. You know, we got Beerman and Bumpy. I don't know if Chatty-O just normally dresses like that or if he dressed up tonight, but
I dressed up.
okay.
Man.
Eric with the signature mustache, and Dan being his old naturally self, Dirty Dan. He was Dirty Dan. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys, and yeah, there you have it. Is there anything else you guys like to see on my channel? Make sure to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming videos on Liquor Beer. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.